maybe to make it more vivid to the viewers and those who are listening to this, I go a step back and say that dentistry has gone two major revolutions. One was when the film was first introduced in dental radiology about 130 years ago. And then in the late 80s, early 90s, when we shifted from film to digital. The way this happened was by, instead of capturing the X-rays on a film media, the X-rays would go through what we call a scintillator. So what a scintillator does is take the X-rays, which is high energy photon, and convert it to a low energy photon. Low energy photon is what you see with your own eyes, visible light and rear infrared and near ultraviolet. And then that visible photon lights would go through an optical fiber lens and then go to the device that would capture the image. That is called indirect conversion because you go from X-rays to light and then from light to a digital image in the CMOS. So that was the first revolution, like I said, in the early 90s, until the second revolution, because what we think we have brought forward here is a quantum step, a quantum leap in performance, where we eliminate completely the intermediate step of converting X-rays to light. And then you have to have the light through a fiber optic. And now we have directly X-rays into an electronic image. Now, why is this such a great invention in terms of performance? Can be easily explained if we say that light is difficult to capture and make it go through a straight line. And you cannot have a million tiny fibers inside your intraoral sensor. So it is freely traveling in almost every direction as it goes through the lens. So what you get a blur, where initially you can have a very sharp beam of X-rays that goes through your tooth, and then you're trying to identify a carrier or an incipient decay. By the time it reaches the digital receptor, the CMOS, the image has blurred because it is X-rays to light and then the light scatters. In our case, it's X-rays to an electronic signal, which travels on a straight line. This is what they teach us at school in the first physics course, that you have an electronic signal and you put a plus and a minus, it will travel from the plus to the minus, and it goes straight to the pixel. That, without an exaggeration, makes our image 2 to 3 times sharper. And that's why we call it a quantum leap. It's not a 10, 20% incremental improvement. It's a 300% improvement. And in addition to that, the other big hassle that the dental community has been suffering with over the last 30 years, since we went from film to digital, is the wire, which is the weak link in this system. The wire is the place where most intraoral sensors will break first. The wire is what pulls the sensor inside the mouth and causes discomfort and gagging and pain. And the wire is what makes the sensor less mobile. So we got rid of all of that with the first ever Bluetooth technology to be introduced in intraoral dentistry. And that was not an easy feat because all the electronics, everything that is inside the sensor has to be ultra low power. So not one, but two major technological advances.